What connection could we see between The Last Jedi and the second half of Star Wars Rebels Season 4? Well, I've asked the community that question, and I'm amazed at the variety of great answers I've received. Personally, I'm thinking that the connection between The Last Jedi and the second half of Rebels will have something to do with Kanan. I think this is why Freddie Prinze Jr. has been talking about it on several podcasts over the last few weeks. He's excited about his character being connected to The Last Jedi. But let's get into our community thoughts here. First up, Chris Middleton says, I think it might be one of the books that Rey now has in her possession after The Last Jedi. And yeah, that would be really cool, Chris. I'm looking forward to learning more about the books in the future, and why not explain some of that in Rebels? But moving on here, we have Will Mobley. He's suggesting that maybe we will see the planets Octu, Canto Blight, and even Crate. We don't know a lot about these, and maybe the Lucasfilm group wants to expand on the history of these planets. I would love to see more about these planets, Will, though at this point, I don't think we're leaving Lothal. I bet we might see them more in the next animation series, though. Star Wars Fanatic comments saying, great vid, Mike. I think the connection would be the way Kanan and Ezra view the Force. And I believe he's talking about how Luke teaches Rey that the Force doesn't belong to anyone, especially the Jedi. Yeah, that would be really cool, Star Wars Fanatic, to see them expand on their knowledge of the Force and make that connection with The Last Jedi. I think that could be absolutely right. James Coltrus also mentions the connection between Star Wars The Last Jedi and Star Wars Rebels will be tracking through hyperspace and the view of the Force. So similar to what Star Wars Fanatic said there, the view of the Force, maybe getting some of those ideas or gaining some knowledge from one of the books in Star Wars Rebels, the second half of Star Wars Rebels Season 4 would be very cool. It would also be interesting to see something about hyperspace tracking. Maybe that comes from Thrawn. It's something that he is developing, as well as the TIE Defender factory. We did hear in Rogue One that it was something that the Empire was working on, so that was a very cool connection. Turkland TV comments, my best guess would be a view into the future for either Kanan or Ezra. This could be a really cool connection to The Last Jedi, absolutely. Could we see Ezra interacting with Luke Skywalker? Wouldn't that make people go nuts? Absolutely. But at the same time, I know friends like JJ are really into the Rebels crew and just want to see them doing their thing, not connecting to Clone Wars characters or even movie characters. So that might not work. I don't know. It's a tough one. Jude also suggests, I think the connection between Rebels and The Last Jedi is how the Force is viewed by Kanan and possibly Ezra. I think Disney is trying to change the way we all view it, mostly for the benefit of the way they want to write their future stories. Yeah, this definitely could be something we see. You know, Rian Johnson, it's been said by Freddie Prinze Jr. that Rian Johnson worked closely with Dave Filoni. So I think Dave Filoni, influenced The Last Jedi and that view of the Force. And we're probably going to get something like that in Star Wars Rebels. Another commenter, I am a cabbage, one of my favorite all-time usernames that comment on the channel. He says the connection will be the unknown regions involving Thrawn and Ezra in some way. Maybe they will team up and go and find Snoke. That's my idea. Maybe they go to Octu. Nonetheless, very cool. I am cabbage as per usual. Abar's comments, I heard somewhere Kylo Ren was not the only apprentice of Snoke, so I wonder what if Ezra was the other apprentice of Snoke, and we will see him in upcoming episode 9. My video on this topic will be linked up top. I feel this is unlikely, but is such a cool theory to think that Ezra will fall to the dark side and become one of Snoke's apprentices. I really enjoyed putting together that video, even though I think it's sort of unlikely. But hey guys, remember each week I take your thoughts from the question of the day and roll them into a community video. So be sure to comment below. You never know if your thoughts or theories may be shared. And hey, if this is your first time here, I'm Mike, and thank you for watching Force Within TV. But before you go, why not reply to the question of the day? And today's question of the day is, what is your favorite story about the Ghost Crew outside of Star Wars Rebels television show? So something like the Kanan comic or Forces of Destiny. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, remember to use the Force within you to make the Star Wars community a better place. Share your thoughts and theories and encourage those who do the same. May the Force be with you.